Okay, I already have my EQ set up and stuff like that, so all my crossovers are set and stuff like that. So picking certain frequencies probably wouldn't be the best way to do it. So I'll just gonna do a sweep. Um, that way it'll show high and low voltage. I'm gonna start now. So you can see it. I got it hooked up, going through my RCA, going to the head. Use an audio tool. I'd say it's pretty good voltage. I don't know, I was just ridiculed a couple times for having a joint and how the crap they are because they got low voltage. Well, it's up around, well, 3. I don't know what the average is, but this is doing a sweep, so I don't know what that OL means. I don't know why it's doing that .OL after it hits over 4. Not sure what that means. Okay, I'm using audio tool hooked up to my RCA. It's running to my head. It's coming straight from the head. I'm gonna do a sweep because I already have my EQ set up and crossovers set and stuff like that in the D8 DSP. So I'm just gonna do a sweep. That way, it hits all the frequencies and it shows the highest voltage. And I'll set it to show high and low. But oops, that's not what I wanted to do. And now it's showing frequency. Still learning this thing. I don't know. Looks like it's showing about 4.59 volts. 4.6 volts. Okay, I'm playing set frequency. No clipping. I wish I could just go through a sweep. But anyways, if I switch this to voltage, it's set at 3.1 volts. If I do a sweep, sweep is going around 4.5 volts. I mean, with no clipping. I mean, if I switch this to See any clipping there? And it's going all the way up to 4.5 volts. What a piece of shit. I mean, these join units, they're trash. This is coming from my head. I mean, I don't know what you want. I've been running these things since 2013. They've come a long way. I mean, my first one wasn't that great of a head unit, but I made it sound really good after a lot of upgrading and a lot of tweaking and changing out the amp chips in it and using Viper for Android and tweaking the shit out of it. And then my other one that's in my truck, that sounds really good, and I did that one all by ear, but then I swore there was no clipping because you just cannot hear. It doesn't distort at all. So this one I decided to go all out, and not all out, I just bought this cheap ass thing for to check it. But I've heard some guys that actually check the stuff out on a real oscilloscope that there is zero clipping coming from the head through optical or SPDIF or from the RCAs. You will get a little bit of clipping through the amp, built-in amp of the head unit, but like just about anything else, right around, I think, 32 on the volume. Oh, by the way, it's all the way up. All the way up. So I don't know. I guess you guys can call these things trash, but I can tell you what. I think they'll outperform a lot of expensive head units. I mean, how many head units can you think of that run up to 4.5 volts with zero clipping at full volume, straight from the head? I mean, I've been looking around for a while and I haven't seen anything. I mean, it's beyond just the sound. It's the whole thing. It's a freaking Android head unit, like an Android phone. It does everything. I mean, I've got maps. I'm in my garage, but Waze, anything you want on here, you can get it. What all do I have on here? Audio tools. I mean, Chrome. I can check Netflix. I don't have signal where I'm at in the garage, but power amp. I mean, I've got OBD2, so I can check all my PIDs and codes and whatever I want. I mean, I just bought the thing, so I don't really have a lot of on here that I would normally on my other ones, but I usually can watch TV on them. I mean, there's just so much you can do. I don't know. I'm going to stick with them. I've had Kenwood, I've had Alpine, I've had Pioneer, and so far, I absolutely love this thing. I've had them since 2013. I haven't turned back. I never will, probably. But I won't buy cheap head units either. I mean, I paid $500 for this thing. I can compare it to something that's probably 3 times that much. Easily. If you think these are trash, I would love to compare it to whatever you think isn't trash.